Hi guys, Manju here, and in today's video we are going to learn how to teach your kids about financial education. Well, many of you might know that schools doesn't teach financial education to your kids. It is one of the important subjects, yet it's never been taught in any of the schools. But that's one thing which is very important in our life. We all work for money, and irrespective of which field you are working in. In this growing world, it becomes very important for you to provide financial education for your kids from a very early age. I've collected some important points which I will be discussing in this video. You could start teaching these points to your kids as early as age 5. Being a role model is the most powerful form of educating. You would know that the children's first role model would be their parents. You cannot ask them to save or invest money if you are not following it, because your children would be following you and what you are doing. Hence, it becomes very important for you to follow your own financial system and you actually showcase it to your children so that they learn from what you're doing. The second important point is teach them to pay themselves first. What do I mean by that? Well, if you see many of the individuals who get their salary on a monthly basis, as soon as they get their salary, they spend it out and they take whatever is left out and put it into their savings or investments. So when I say pay yourself first, is when you get the salary, you need to start saving and investing even before you start spending that money, so that all your financial needs are met in the future. And you would showcase your children that you are very strict when it comes to your financial planning. The third point is opening a minor bank account and teach them how to save money on a regular basis, which could be weekly or on a monthly basis. Provide them monthly allowances and keep track of their saving and spending behavior. You could also give them incentives by doing small things. For example, helping pick up their toys, arranging their books in their bags, and helping you out whenever necessary. The fourth important point would be to teach about simple and compounding interest. Well, all of the schools would teach about them. It's very important for you to give examples and with practical scenarios how the simple and compounding interests are different. Show them calculations about compounding effects when it comes to long-term investments, how compounding takes place on a yearly basis, and how you could actually see the drastic improvements year on year. Fifth point is to teach them the financial terms and use it very often when you talk to them. For example, here is a simple chart where I have put in the list of financial terms in ABCD format. Keep in mind not to overload them with the data, but use them whenever it's necessary. And when you talk about these terms, explain them in detail so that they understand the base logic behind why we use those terms. You could also play various financial games such as Monopoly, business games, and there are a lot of online games. Sixth point would be to create a minor account with your stockbroker and teach them how to do long-term investments. Once you create a minor account, you could transfer a couple of your stocks to your kids and they could actually watch how the stock grows or going up and down, which would be an interesting concept that your kids would learn from a very early age. Keep in mind that it's very important for your kids to learn how the market works. They won't be able to buy or sell any stocks from their minor accounts. It would be a wonderful tool for them to understand how the market works when they keep looking at their portfolio year on year, when the compounding effects take place from their investments. And here is the seventh and the most important point to teach your kids. Once they get a clear idea about savings, they should save money in these three buckets. The first one would be in their savings account, the second would be on their investment account, and the third would be for the donations. The first bucket, which is the savings account, would help them in using the money for their short-term goals. The second bucket, which is the investing bucket, would help them to achieve the long-term goals and achieve financial independence in the future. The third, which is the donation bucket, would actually promote generosity in your children, achieve personal satisfaction, eliminate greediness towards money, and make them down to earth. Well, these are the most important points that I have come across. If I missed any of the points, please let me know in the comments below. Once you teach these points to your children, it's always important to keep tracking their progress on a month-to-month basis to ensure that they are following what you have taught them. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have liked it, please click the like icon, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.